Hi there, I'm Drew. I'm a sponsored amateur disc golfer in the Peoria, Illinois area, and today we're taking a look at Kennel Lake.
Also, really quickly, if you want any other drone coverage of courses around the area, feel free to leave a comment and let me know. Here we are, hole 1, par 3. You have two options here. You're either going to want to go to the left or to the right of this tree that's in the center. If you go left, you're going to be going straight at it. You're going to have a little bit of a ceiling to deal with. Otherwise, there's a bigger hyzer shot that's a little bit more guaranteed for distance. Hole 2, par 3, 271 feet. This is a downhill shot. I'd say about 40 feet of elevation change. If you do end up in the woods, either on the right or left side, the left side is a little bit more forgiving of having to look at the basket. The right side, if you're too far to the right, there's a little bit of an alcove where you could get stuck and not even have a look at the basket. If you're anywhere on the fringe behind the basket, you should have a good shot at a putt. Hole 3, par 3, 256 feet. This one is slightly uphill. It curves from left to right. If you're in the left side, there is a creek there that's casual, but you'll still have a chance to get your disc close to the basket. If you're over on the right side here before this point, you're basically in jail, and saving your par is going to be a phenomenal feat. The green itself is fairly open. There is a right side bush here that you want to stay out of, and also stay out on the left side as well. Hole 4, par 4, 475 feet. Your goal off the tee is to get a look at the basket. So whether that's before or after this opening here, that's where you want to be. This tree on the left side is a mando, so you will have to stay to the right side of it, and the drop zone is somewhere around here. Once you get through this gap, you have an uphill approach shot. Over the hill on the left side there is a lake that you want to be careful of, but other than that, this green is pretty open. It is just on a slant. Hole 5, par 3, 349 feet. You have two options. One, you can go straight at the basket here. If you go straight at it, you are going to play with the ceiling that the drone is going under right now. There is a chance to get there with a wider shot on the left side, but then you have this tree to play around. The left side brush is also quite difficult once you get in there. Hole 6, par 3, 387 feet. This has a slight uphill at the beginning, but you're trying to go straight at the basket through this gap that the drone is flying through right now. Ideally, you would want to be on the right side rather than the left side, because the left side has this pine tree on the left that does play a big role in blocking your entrance to the green. But once you get to the green here, it is kind of tight, but you do have circle 1. Hole 7, par 4, 505 feet. There is a slight uphill in this opening with this one tree in the middle. You want to either go to the right or left side of that tree, hopefully end up somewhere where you can throw through this gap right here. Through this gap, we have a slight tunnel shot with a lot of skinny trees that goes downhill, with the basket being on the right side. If you do find yourself here, you do have a good run at the basket because of the uphill, and behind the basket will keep your disc from going far. Hole 8, par 3, 210 feet. This is the shortest hole on the course. What you want to do is you want to throw something high over this branch here, or under this branch that will be able to really keep the distance. This hole is deceptively straight. You can't see the basket on the tee, but if you throw it straight with a little bit of fade to the left, then you should be within circle 1. Hole 9, par 3, 353 feet. This is a tunnel shot the entire way. Lots of skinny trees on both sides, probably no more than 15 feet wide at the narrowest points. Here, if you land in the middle, you are in good shape. If you're on the right or left side, you do probably run the risk of getting a bogey. Hole 10, par 3, 325 feet. This is a lot more open than the previous hole. There is this tree on the right that plays a factor along with this one, but mostly it's a straight shot. If you do end up on the left side, unless you go into the cornfield, it won't be out of bounds, and you should have a shot at an approach if you do end up on the left. Hole 11, par 3, 304 feet. The drone here is going to take the straight shot. You can throw something just to go straight. There is also a hyzer shot for right-handed players to be able to skip through kind of these trees on the right side and end up in circle one. If you're on the left side in the shrubs, you can have a blocked approach, but it is pretty open. Hole 12, par 3, 322 feet. It's an open field, level ground. There are a couple guardian trees here right around the basket, which do make it difficult if you land somewhere in this area. If you do end up on the right side, you might have a putt at it, but that tree can get pretty difficult pretty quickly. Hole 13, par 3, 286 feet. Here you're going to have a tunnel shot. It is slightly downhill, and if you do hit one of these trees and end up in the right side, the approach shot is quite difficult. On the left side, it is also difficult. It's a little bit easier considering that the basket is on the right side as soon as you get through this gap. You are going to have to watch your power too, because if you throw it and it goes on the road or past the road, it's going to be OB. Hole 14, par 3, 365 feet. You got to miss these first two trees. As soon as you get past them, it's close to an open field. There are a couple trees around here that will play a factor if you don't throw it straight. But as soon as you get past them, the green is very open. Oh, besides this one tree is at the very edge of circle one. Hole 15, par 3, 276 feet. This is the first of 3 holes that will have a casual layout and a tournament layout. The casual layout will be where the basket is currently. It's going to be on the left side. It's something that you just want to throw straight and have a little bit of fade to the left. The tournament layout is further back on the right, closer to the lake. You want to be able to watch your power here because if you throw it too hard, you will end up in the lake. However, the basket is about 15 feet from the dock itself, and it's not as much of a death putt as long as you don't throw it too far past. Hole 16, par 4, 572 feet. You have the option to lay up before the lake here, as it does play out of bounds. The road also plays out of bounds on the road or on the left side. The drop zone is usually around here. From here, you're going to want to throw between these two trees, around the corner here, and then just behind this last tree, there's going to be the basket. There is a little bit of a downhill, but it doesn't play that much of a role if you're within circle one. Hole 17, par 4, 573 feet. In the tournament layout, you have two options. On the right side here, you're going to go over the water the entire way to hit a peninsula, and then from there, you'll have an approach shot to get to the basket. On the left side, you have the casual layout, something that's straight. It's also the safe shot for the tournament layout, so you can land somewhere around here. Approach to get somewhere close to the basket on the peninsula where you normally would land on the riskier play. And then from here, you're going to be approaching the basket, which you'll be able to see here is just a white stake right in the middle. Hole 18, par 4, 515 feet. There's a casual layout and a tournament layout. Both shots to start with, you're going to want to be close to this basket here, except with the tournament layout, you ideally would want to be somewhere around this area. You do run the risk if you throw it too hard, you land in the water, so you might want to take 2 shots to get to that point. And then from there, you can approach to where the basket is. There's a white stake there in the center. Thanks for watching. Don't let today get away.